Welcome to Shop Rjpasini for great deals on eBay. Today, folks, I just want to discuss what I've been noticing lately on the eBay sales, and I like to know what's going on with eBay. But I think I have a general idea. I've been hitting a couple resellers on YouTube and listening to some of their stories and stuff, and it's kind of depressing, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, and like I said, for those who are new to my, to this channel here, I tell it like it is. I do not sugarcoat anything, and the purpose of this YouTube channel, for those who are new or existing subscribers, is to make people aware of things. It also is to help and inspire people as well. But there comes a point in time where you say, you know what? Let's not, sugarcoat everything. Well, not me, but the media sometimes will make things sound a little better than what it really is. And I came across this YouTube segment right now, with this video I'm making right now, is pertaining to eBay sales. There's got to be something going on within the eBay structure, and I verified it yesterday as far as with their upgrading. And well, let me just refresh, go back to why this came up. I was looking for, I typed in YouTube about eBay sales. Nobody's getting no sales, and this one particular person came up, and he says, this is how you fix when you have no sales. This is how you fix when you have, a site or whatever. He gave his advice on how to fix it, because he was getting no sales, and he had a little graph there and a little bar chart there, and he's showing you as he's sliding it what he did on this day and such a day, and so on and so forth. And he was saying like how one day he'll get like maybe $300 on one say, for the day, another time he get $400, and then as he's scrolling down, this was for the month of April, by the way, folks, so this year, not last year, a couple of years back. And then he shows like on Sunday, whatever it was. Well, Sunday's usually a quiet day, but it depends, And he goes, look, I got no sales. And he was kind of going on a rant. He was complaining. And he said, this person said that in order to rectify that problem, he called up eBay and he asked, what's going on? I'm not getting any sales. Is there something going on with the system? Supposedly, they didn't give any advice. They didn't say anything. There's nothing going on and stuff like that. Everything seems to be good. But he did notice that in the conversation that the word popped out as reset from the customer service rep. So he said, in that video, that the person who said that kind of like, not tripped up on a word, but kind of like made the statement like, I don't know, maybe he shouldn't have said it. But anyway, he told them if they could refresh or reset the account. And he said he noticed, like, right after he got at the phone, he started getting into chings. He said somebody else had the same situation. They had called up, and not long after that, they did it, whatever they said. I don't know if they used the same wording to the eBay customer reps. He said, according to this person, this is not me, according to the person I listened to on YouTube, said the same thing. As soon as they got the phone, started doing the change. You started hearing the sales going on. Now, with that in mind, I'm on the East Coast right now. It's 7:20 in the morning, so it's got to be something urgent for me to make a video this early. I usually don't make videos this early in the morning. Okay, so last night it was around 10:30, 11 p.m. East Coast time. I'm here in New York. I called up eBay, and I wanted to find out, get straight dope. What's going on? I called, talked to the customer service rep, and they said, let me look at your account. He goes, I don't see any problems with your account. He goes, everything seems okay. He goes, I go, well, let me ask something. How about, is there a way you could maybe refresh my account or reset it? He goes, I'm not aware of that. He goes, I'm not aware of refreshing or resetting an account. I said no, because I told him, I said I was listening to somebody, and they mentioned that. He goes, if there was a glitch or a technical issue going on with your account, he goes, that we get escalated, they would open a ticket, and we get escalated to the tech department, and they would, I guess they would have to be the ones to reset, not the regular customer service. So this went on a couple of minutes. I was talking. I said, well, what's going on? I go, look, I know you could only do so much, but is there anything going on? Do you know if there's any software, hardware integration that's going on? Are you guys doing any updates, upgrades? And at first he wasn't, I'm not saying he was reluctant to say anything, but he didn't. But after you probe and you pick a little here and there, and you try to voice your opinion on things or try to get the word out, your concerns, which we all are. And he later on, we got talking in a conversation, and I had to put my glasses on because this is what he told me, what they're doing at eBay. This is what they're updating now, okay? It says over here, they're upgrading their stores, they're upgrading the catalogs, they're upgrading the UPC for the catalogs, whatever. And they're trying to work on the make mobile-friendly site and working on SEO. Now, I don't know when he said SEO. I think if I understood him right now, if I'm wrong, correct me, folks. Okay. I think he's trying to make it the way it sounded to me, the way I was interpreting it. I could be wrong, and if I am, I apologize. It sounded like when you do a Google search and you bring up that information, like in other words, when you do a Google search, those things come up in my search engine. I don't know if they're going to kind of like integrate that SEO within eBay. I don't know. I can't say that for sure, folks. I don't know. I can't, because I'm not I don't know what's going on there as far as that part goes. But these are the things he stated to me, that's what they were upgrading. Now, I was in IT back in the day, and I worked the mainframe, and all our upgrades, we did software, hardware upgrades. They were all done in the wee hours of the morning, because we didn't want to affect the U.S. territory. And we would send a broadcast message out. Okay, would be nice if eBay could do it. And people say, but they got 160 million sellers and so on and so forth. Listen, I work for a big corporation that we had users all over the world. Okay. And with a flick of a button, it was called a broadcast message. You would flick that button, you'd type in there, you'd say, okay, at 1900, because we use military time, we'd say at 1900, we're going to be doing a software hardware, we're going to do a software upgrade. We'd notify all the users and say, listen, back up all your stuff on your T-disk, whatever, because if you don't, when the systems come down, when they start upgrading, your stuff, when they refresh it, whatever, or they, like I said, they would say, archive your old stuff, it'd be gone. It was no way you could retrieve it. Okay, so we sent a broadcast message out throughout the U.S. and international, because we had offices all over the world. Okay, and with that in mind, sometimes there were glitches. There are glitches that happen sometimes when you're doing things of that nature. If you're doing a hardware installation or upgrade, there could be a problem in there, okay? And how us new as mainframe operators, we would get the messages from the users the next day, say, hey, I lost my data, or I can't seem to get into the system. We had multiple platforms there, operating systems. And they would call up and complain to us. We were like the complaint department. Our job was to make sure the system's running. We had all different system commands. We had the MVS system, VM, the TSO1. I know a lot of people couldn't understand this stuff. What people are not in IT, but we had it was a big data center, okay, and we had multi-platforms. We worked on multi-operating systems, and we were like the complaint department. And when that broadcast message goes out, it's your job to do your due diligence and listen. Respond to it. If you're a software engineer or developer, it's your job to back up your stuff on a temporary storage or whatever, however you're going to back it up. And this way you have it. So when the system refreshes, you will be able to archive that information that your software, your program. And what the point I'm trying to bring out is I'm not trying to rehash on that, but eBay should do stuff like that. Give sellers a heads up. Tell us, okay, yeah, we're upgrading our system here. Certain things may be affected. You may see a drop in sales, okay? And I got a couple of websites I'm going to point out to. Well, not a couple. I got the one, and I'm going to show you my stuff. It's been sitting there for a while, and this is not a segue, folks, to get you to buy from me. I'm just trying to bring something into focus here, okay? And I also got eBay Radio on, and I want you to listen to the talk host who works for eBay. Listen to the words very carefully. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I got segments in it. I kind of I'm going to break it down. So when I'm playing a radio clip, or that clip there from that radio, that broadcast, you may have a little going back and forth, whatever, just to get it tuned in. I try to get it right. Listen to what the talk host says. And the other thing that I think is going to be a big problem, and even this person said it too, the person who works for eBay, said it's going to be very devastating to sellers. Listen to the words. These are not coming out of my mouth, folks. Okay? As I stated many times before, when I put information out there, I tell you where I'm getting it from. I don't want you to think I'm some guy that just came off the street and popped the YouTube, make a channel, create a YouTube channel just to sit here and, get views or get subscribers. That's not what this channel is all about. I'm concerned about it, and I'm seriously thinking, folks, listening to other people, what they're going through. It won't be I wouldn't be surprised that the sales get so bad that people end up doing one of these things, throw their hands up and I'm out. I'm back to the 9 to 5 again, where I know I'm getting a steady paycheck. I know I'm making a certain amount of money each and every day. Okay, when I listen to the segment, if you do have the time, it's long. It's 9 segments because it's Tuesday. It's a Tuesday showing, and it goes on East Coast time, New York, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Listen to the people that come on there and talk. Now, there are people out there, okay, and I'm not being funny or cute, but there are people out there that claim they're doing this full time. They're making a very good income, well, at least they say, I don't know. And I'm not here to speak for eBay or against it, okay? What I am talking about here, the point I'm trying to get across is, I think it's all fluff. I think a lot of people sit there and tell me, and I think a lot of people go into this business or try to get into this business because they have great expectations. Okay, I have 319 things listed right now. And folks, it is almost a week and a half, 2 weeks. I have not got anything right now. Okay, now I just recently stopped off at a thrift store yesterday, just passing by, and I know I should practice what I preach. I said I wasn't going to buy anything, but I came across these 2 printers I want to put up. And now I'm debating, but now I bought them, and even if I get my money back for what I paid for them, I got to put them up, because the place I buy from, there's no returns, no exchange or returns. That's it. Once you buy it, you buy it. You're taking a gamble. I tested them at the store. They do work, but now I'm debating up. And here's the way I'm going to get around it without paying for doing new listings, incurring more debt. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. I'm going to go into my listings, and the ones that I feel are not good, I'm not going to add more listings to them. What I'm going to do is the ones that have been sitting there for a long time, I'm just going to, update it. I'm going to clear out the old pictures and put new stuff in there without incurring charges, okay? Because a lot of my stuff is good to cancel. And to be honest with you, that good to cancel stuff, I tell you the truth, I think it's a nightmare. Now, I'm going to show you the website. It's called Down Detector. Now, you might, when you see it, you're going to say, yeah, but it's eBay saying no problems. But I want you to listen to the comments. Then we're going to jump to eBay Radio. And I want you to listen to, again, that segment, those clips, about what the talk show host is to it. And there's Griff and Lee Marable. I want you to listen to what they both say. Very concerned, okay? Very concerned about this. And folks, if this does get passed in Congress, this tax bill, he's saying it's going to be very devastating to sellers. I think it's going to be a nightmare. And I'll be honest with you, again, this is just my opinion. If that goes on, like they're stating, and we have to collect taxes in all different jurisdictions, I don't know how many thousands there are, I could assure, well, at least I can speak for myself, but I would take a guess that there are going to be a lot of people getting off eBay, closing up shop and saying, that's it, I'm done with it. Because, folks, doing your own taxes, your own personal taxes, and doing your, with your eBay business, whatever, is enough, as you know, okay? Doing your own personal stuff. If we have to, as sellers, collect taxes, and remit them to all these different states, it's going to be a nightmare. People say, well, they're going to have software for that. Yeah, right, okay. How much is it going to cost to implement that software in there that you have to purchase? You know, are you going to hire someone to do all of this here? And if you're selling globally, or I should say international and within the U.S. territories, are you going to hire people for that? I haven't made any sales. Okay, and if people are sitting there saying, well, you sound, I am worried, and I'm very concerned. And for me personally, people may say, well, you're a naysayer, or, you know, you're Mr. Doom and Gloom. No, I'm not Mr. Doom, Gloom, or naysayer. I'm just telling it like it is. If that goes through, that is going to be, he says, devastating. It's going to be a nightmare. Okay, so I don't know about you guys. I said I don't want to quit, but I'll be honest with you. Sometimes you're forced to do things that against your will, and if it means survival, folks, you are going to do what's best, your best interest. Okay. Do I look forward to going back to a 9-to-5 job? No, I got laid off. How I got into this is because I got laid off back in June of 2016. 1,000 of our jobs went overseas. Okay, that's why I got into this here. I figured, let me throw my hat in the ring like everybody else, because you're listening to eBay Radio. It's like, you know, it's like a fairy tale. Everything is nice. The people come in, oh, I do this and I do that. I do this full time. I'm doing very well. My sales are up, and everybody tells you their selling strategies. And you know, if you do it this way, you take better pitches, you do descriptions, and so on and so forth. Everything, they paint a beautiful picture. It's a beautiful picture. Nothing can be distorted. It's beautiful. Okay, everything, every place for everything plays. It's beautiful. And you might say, well, Rich, you sound like you're coming on, you're ranting. I'm ranting because I normally don't rant, but when I keep reading it, and this has been going on, I've been holding it in for quite some time. And I'm not here, like I said again, to bash anybody or make people's dreams go down the tubes or anything, but you know, we got to come to reality here. And the reality is if you're not making sales, no money. So yes, am I concerned? Absolutely. eBay's bill's coming up next week. They always tell you, eBay will tell you, your invoice will be ready and your payment will be coming out of your account on such a date. They give you a time span. Okay? So next week, this time, eBay will have their money. And that's why when people keep saying list, when you hear the talk show host saying, oh, you got to list every day, you got to keep listing. Of course you got to list every day. That's money. For me, it's 35 cents every time I do it. And then when the item don't sell, it's another 35 cents. Okay? I was doing a little figuration out there. I was doing some little numbers the other day. I was working. I said, I don't know, to do, 10 items or whatever it was going to cost, or whatever, 10 or 20, 30 items is going to cost me like $9 or whatever. Then I said, suppose I list 100 at that such a price. So it's going to come to like, I said, what, 35 or 37. I said, if I was going to list the extra, another 100. I said to myself, am I crazy? No sales coming in, and I'm going to sit there and jack up more debt so eBay can make money? And people say, well, it's like lotto, you got to be in it to win it. Listen, I've been in to win it for a long time here, and it's nothing to write home about. Okay? Let me show you that down detector. I put it in the other day. I don't know if you guys are following it. That's totally up to you. I throw it out there for you guys. If you want to watch, listen to it, or check it out. Not listen, but you want to check it out. Check it out. Read the comments. Don't read the top tagline. Says no problems at eBay. Read what other people are saying on the bottom. I'm going to show you right now what I'm talking about before I lose your interest and you bump off of this altogether. Let's click out of here. I'm going to go over here. I got some windows open here. This is down detector. Okay, got my glasses on here. Now, you see up here, folks? Okay, it doesn't give you a date, I don't think, up here. Okay, it says eBay problems, last 24 hours. Okay, here's the thing. Now up here, on this green line here, they make sure they have that, they hype that, make that green here. It says no problems at eBay. Okay, here they have a live outage map. Okay, I'm not too concerned with that. You look over here. This is the last 24 hours. 2 reports, 3 reports, 1, 2. There's a spike up here. 13 reports. And then you might say, well, all right, what are these things? This is supposedly eBay problems. Okay, and then it goes down and it drops off the tree. Now, most reported problems. Website. That's something, right? Checkout 15%. Login 12%. Okay. Now, you might say, yeah, but resolved issues, you only have 3 here for April 30th, April 24th, 25th, and the May 4th, which is for this month. Well, coming up for this month. Well, we're in this month. Now, that's one. That's fine. Okay, so when you look down here, and you look at the comments, okay, this was 3 hours ago. This person put down. Now the hours are old. You know, I say, well, yeah, this is 10 hours ago, 11 hours ago, whatever. But here's the thing. All right, this person must be into stocks. Okay, they're happy. eBay's things going up. All right, that's good for you. Okay, whatever this is here, anagrams for den and women, whatever that is. Okay, and then it says over here, this is 9 hours ago. If it were not for auctions I've listed a week ago, today would have been a 0 day. eBay just gets worse and worse. Okay, now you could reply to it, whatever, or you could share it. Now here's another one. Auctions is all that's working for me. Very few, practically zero fixed price. That's me. I'm fixed. That's me. I'm zero price. All right. Here's another one. I get a redirect error every time I try to search for anything to potentially purchase on eBay. eBay X. The last 48 hours. No trouble searching on Etsy or Amazon. Here's another one. Are you experiencing that the mobile app or on PC, I'm on a PC and not getting that? I'm thinking you're using their app. If so, what are you thinking? It's only 2018. A company of that size of eBay can't be expected to have mobile app that actually works. Okay, here's another one. I'm 50% less than my worst day on eBay ever. Up, down, amazing. Fire Wenig. Here's another one. They are having payment issues again. Just had a payment not going through. Could only use my PayPal balance. Okay. Here's this one. This was 11 hours ago. So just imagine when these idiots try to install their own payment system and get rid of PayPal. This is why I'm running away. They can't even function now. Imagine the disaster coming. By then, I will have 1,000 items on at least 2 other platforms. I am no longer going to be an eBay prisoner of starvation. I have it. Okay, and it goes on here. Okay, store is over here. This person writes, store you work at doesn't have an eBay store, or do they? And then they go on here. I'm not going to read this whole thing. You could check this out. Okay, you could check this out, folks. Just go to downdetector.com/status/eBay and read this here. Okay, you can read it for yourself. I'm not going to get it because we'll be here all day. All right, now I'm going to bump over here, and we're not going to go into mine. We're going to go to eBay Radio. I want you to listen to this clip. Okay, this was from May 8th. All right, this is the segment 1. It's show 722, segment 1. Now I'm going to go over here and try to get this here. Let me see if I can get the first one. I think it starts at 109. Let's bring this back to 109. If the clipping comes out a little different here, you're going to get the point, though, okay? You'll know what I'm talking about. Just listen to this clip, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, let's go back over here, 109. I'm going to have to mute my mic because you'll get feedback from me, all right? So bear with me for 1 second here. I won't be able to get this here right away. All right, it's going to go on a little here. You're going to listen to it. Just be patient. Listen to this clip. I got 2 segments of it. I'm going to put this on here, cut it off, and then I'm going to go back again. All right, here we go. I'm going to mute my mic. So just stand by, hang in there, folks. It's supposed to start at 109, but I can't get it that way. Okay, here we go.
An urgent message from eBay, Griff. Now it's urgent. That ugly old tax thing is heating up right now. The U.S. Supreme Court is going to make a decision in the coming weeks that could give states the right to tax every small business on the Internet. You need to protect your small business. eBay asks you to please go to ebaymainstreet.com/sales-tax. That's ebaymainstreet.com/sales-tax and sign the petition you'll find there to oppose those Internet sales taxes. Griff will be covering the subject with a little more detail in today's eBay Radio.
Yes.
Okay. That's the part I wanted to get across right now. Okay, that's the opening segment on May 8th, eBay Radio. Okay, check it out. It's in show 722, segment 1. It's the very beginning. They talk about what's going to be that they're talking about. You could also see it in here too. You'll see what they're talking about because they kind of keep like a little cryptic note about what they're talking about. Now, what I'm going to do is apparently these people are concerned. Okay, I'm going to fast forward to let's see if I can find it over here. Segment 1. Oh yeah, I think this is where it picks up here. Bear with me. I'm trying, like I said again, I'm trying to get this here. You might have to listen to a little extra, folks. I'm sorry, but it starts off at 5:45 if I can get it there. Let's see. Okay, oh, perfect. All right, let me just back up just a little, just so we don't miss too much of it. Here, let me get over here. Okay, I'm going to give a little extra. Okay, now this is Griff. He works at eBay Radio. Listen to what he has to say, folks. All right, here we go. I'm going to mute my mic. Let me get over here first.
As you said, the Supreme Court will soon render a decision that could give states the right to tax every small business on the internet, and this could be potentially devastating for eBay sellers. So if you're concerned, you can always sign eBay's petition in support of a fair tax policy for entrepreneurs like you and small businesses like yours, and you can sign it digitally with just one click at ebaymainstreet.com/sales-tax. And you can also find it if you just go to mainstreet.com, ebaymainstreet.com. And if you're not already a member of eBay Main Street, you should consider joining up now to stay up to speed on legislation affecting. It's free, yeah. And this legislation can affect your e-commerce business, and for that reason alone, you may want to let your voice be heard. Now, eBay's petition will be delivered to President Trump, key members of Congress, and certain state governors. Sign it with a single click at ebaymainstreet.com/sales-tax, and then share it on social media. That's ebaymainstreet.com/sales-tax.
So ebaymainstreet.com/sales-tax. I'm going there right now, and I'm going to do my one click.
Okay, you got the picture, you got the drift. You see what I'm talking about. Very concerned about it, and they should be. Now, again, they put that in the first opening segment. Okay, to talk about that in the first segment one. And then, if you want to see what other thing here, then it gets to a happier note. Okay, making the most athletic wear, 6.5 tips for maximizing profits. And then they talk about the guests they're going to have. Come on, listen. I know with this here, you're going to hear beautiful things all the time. In some cases, they're going to talk about it. And I'm, like I said again, folks, I am not here to speak for eBay or speak against them. I know it sounds like right now people say, yeah, but it sounds like you are speaking against them. No, I'm just trying to enlighten people. I just want people to get the idea of what's going on here. Like I said again earlier, I am concerned about sales. Okay, that's what this is. When you get involved with eBay, you become a salesman. I never liked sales. I used to always tell my family that's one job, and no offense to people that do it, I am not a person for sales. Okay, I am not a person for sales. I can't sell stuff. I mean, I couldn't go door to door, or that's because it's not my forte. Okay, some people are cut out for it. Some people make great salesmen. They make tons of money and stuff like that. Your bonuses, commissions, and all that other stuff. I am not one for that. But because now I'm on eBay, I am a salesman. Okay, we all are. We're trying to get our stuff out there, get a good sold and stuff like that. So this is something to be concerned about. Now, whether people want to face it or not, we all got to see what's going on, because I think that's supposed to come up in June. And again, folks, if Congress passes that there, I don't know what the outcome is going to be. Again, I don't know if there are going to be a lot of people bumping off of eBay, getting out of it altogether. I don't know. Maybe those glory days will be over. I don't know. Like I said again, I'm speaking on my own behalf. Okay, and if people want to comment on this here, and if you want to leave nice comments, that's fine. Leave nice comments. I don't want anybody coming on this channel later on and saying, you're talking a lot of BS there. You don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'm expressing my own views. Okay, I'm telling you what I read on the websites. This here is not this. I'm not making this stuff up. Okay, that's why when I talk about these things, I want to have the stuff to back it up. Okay, I'm not just throwing stuff out there, like I said again, folks, to boost up my subscription list, subscribers on YouTube, and I'm not trying to, paint the bleak picture for anybody, but at the same time, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything either and make it sound like everything's peachy creamy, because it ain't. All right, so that's the deal. Well, now, again, I'm putting it out there for you folks. You want to listen to the radio? You go to voicemarketingradio.com. You could go to the archives, check out May 8th. You can listen to the whole thing, and you You can hear a lot of beautiful things on it, okay? There's some people that may say, yeah, I listen to eBay radio. I don't really get it. I don't really pay too much attention to it because, you know, they may feel it's the same stories over and over again. But you get to hear other top-rated sellers, what they have to talk about, okay? And like I said again, yes, you're always going to hear nice things on eBay radio, which is the right thing because it's eBay radio, okay? You notice you don't hear, they don't have an Etsy radio station or an Amazon radio. I wonder why. All right, I don't know. I mean, do they? If they do, share that with me because I'm curious to know. All right. But anyway, now off of that topic, I'm going to go to my listings. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I got two windows on page 1 and page 2. Here, you see 720 views. Again, this is not a segue for to buy for me, folks, because I'm not here. I'm not doing this here to buy. If you want to buy, that'd make me happy too. Here I have 720 views. This is 125. I mean, views. I got 5 watches. These items that you see here, folks, have been on for God knows how long. Okay, they date back, and you know how you can find out? All you got to do is, if I click one on, let's see if I can get an old one. Let's get this one here. When you click it on, it'll tell you actually when you started it. May 12, 2017. Now, that is last year, of course, right? It's going to be exactly 1 year, okay, in 2 days, that this has been online, okay? Good to cancel. Look at how many page views it had, 1,039 views, okay? Do you know, folks, I had this at $9.99 and I still didn't get it. And look, would make an offer. Now, people say, well, the only thing that's killing it is the shipping. I'm sorry, folks. If I'm selling this for $14.99, and if I was to do this with free shipping, what am I making here? You know, I'm in this business to make money, not to, you know, I wish I could donate things certain times, but like I said in my other videos, I am not financially well off to do stuff like that, okay? I can't do that, all right? But the point I'm trying to bring out is, it gives you an idea of how long this has been online, okay? In 2 days, it'll be 1 whole year that this was online. I can't shake it. I can't get rid of it, all right? I can't get rid of this thing for beans. You know, and I put for parts not working, okay? On my other page, now this is how I'm going to get over, but here's how I'm going to get around the other thing. Here, what I'm going to do is, with the printers I list, because these are good to cancel, I'm going to go into the ones that I feel should be off eBay. I'm not going to start relisting new stuff. What I'm going to do is the ones that are dormant, or I feel they're not, you know, people don't really care too much about it. Even though you might say, well, this one here, let's say take this Kellogg's plate off. It's got 132 people. There's no one watching. I'm going to take this off, or I might take one of these things off here and put the printers in there instead. Okay? I'll change the categories, change the pricing. If I'm going to keep it, well, one thing is when you do something like that, you still are going to be into good to cancel as far as, unless you cancel it out altogether and start fresh. If you do that, then you're incurring more debt again. Okay, so that's the way I'm going to get around as far as incurring more debt. I'm just going to go to the listings I think are no good, that have been sitting there too long. I'm going to revise them, like if this one here, revise it, get rid of the pictures, change the categories, put my new listing on there, my new items, and hopefully I can sell that way. At least I'm saving some money rather than keep jacking up more bills. Okay, I'm going to bump out of here, and I'm just going to, you know, I want to close this thing out. Folks, again, I know a lot of people might say, you know, it sounds like you're going in a rant, or I'm upset, plain and simple. I'm going to probably give eBay a call. That was, like I said, with eBay, I got to say this. With eBay, you get different stories from different reps. I mean, I'm saying this from my own experiences because I've had that there. One rep will tell you something else. You call up, you get another rep will tell you something different. Okay. Now I'll call up right now. I don't know. Like I said, it's going on 8 o'clock in the morning over here on East Coast time. I'm going to give them a little time to wake up over there, get their coffee, have their breakfast, because that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to see what's going on again. I'm going to ask again another rep, totally different from what this person. This rep that I spoke to was very nice, very cordial. Okay. You know, he expressed it. At first, they didn't want to say anything up front about the upgrades. I'll be honest with you. They didn't say anything about that until I picked and probed a little. I said, well, can you give me an example? Is there anything you could tell me? Is there anything going on in eBay that you could share with me? Well, we are doing upgrades, and then he started telling me all the things that eBay's are upgrading. The thing that gets me a little concerned about is the upgrading with the search engine optimization thing there. Now, I don't know, again, it sounded like to me they were talking about, I could be wrong again, I don't think they're going to try to integrate Google technology within eBay's algorithms, like within their system. So in other words, instead of going off, into Google, and type something in, you could just do it from the eBay. Okay, look, I understand eBay is trying to make a lot of changes. Okay, they're trying to. I think what's happening is eBay themselves is getting very concerned about this here because, all these different things they're trying, these tactics. Stores, they lower the price so you can get a basic store for, I don't know how much it is, I forget offhand. I don't even enter, the reason why I don't know, I heard it once before, but I can't remember the price. I don't want to throw something out there, fictitious number. I'm not interested in the store. Me personally, I'm not interested in it. Because to me, I pay enough in eBay. I'm not going to disclose what I pay every month, but it's a lot. And if I had to take that on, it wouldn't pay. It wouldn't pay. All I'm doing is I am working. I am an employee of eBay is what I'm doing. I'm working for eBay, basically. Okay? That's what it's like. Any money I make is going directly to eBay. Okay? We're all like subcontractors of eBay, the way I look at it. That's it. And here's the bottom line. You play by their rule. You're on their selling platform. You want to be on there, it's going to cost you. And let me tell you, they're getting their money every month because they're tapped into your business account. Okay? And whether you like it or not, you could block it. What would happen is if you did block payments of it, they'll probably cancel your account out or give you a warning and say, hey, you must remit the bill, whatever. As far as, that's the way mine is. My account is attached to that. I'm sure everybody else, I don't know, unless they have different payment schedules, payment methods. I don't know. That's how I do it. They go into at the end of the month or whatever, at the 6th, 17th of the month, they will go into my account and pull out that money, their fees, their insertion fees, which had gone up a nickel. I didn't know until I called up eBay and found out. Oh, well, we went up. It went from 30 to 35 cents. So you see, it's a give and take. Okay, when you were a top-rated seller, you were getting a 20% discount, right, on shipping. Now, because they revised everything, now a top-rated seller gets 10% discount. See, everything goes up and you get very little in return. Okay, so what people may say is, well, the way to get around that is you got to incorporate that price in there. Look at the fee calculator, folks. Now, before I list these printers, it's only 2 HPs. Now I'm thinking about it to myself, I might have made a mistake buying them. They were good prices. I thought maybe if I could flip them for a decent price, get a nice profit off it, it'd be worth it. But I don't know. I took pictures and stuff like that. I got to put the description in there and stuff like that. And again, how I'm going to do it without incurring more debt. I'm just going to go into the listings I have and I'm going to revise them. And I suggest people that are experiencing slow sales, they call it death piles on eBay. That's how they say to get rid of your old stuff that's been sitting around. My suggestion is, folks, and I think it's a good suggestion, especially if you're not making sales like me. I call myself, for those who don't mean, the frugal entrepreneur. Okay, and being frugal, you got to watch every nickel and dime you spend, and I can see why. And like I said again, I don't know, but if that thing with the taxes come and it gets to be too complicated or whatever, I know they're going to probably say, well, don't worry, don't panic, there's going to be ways around it. They're going to have software where you're going to take care of all that for you. My days on eBay may be over. I was reading other sites that some people are saying, I'm getting out of eBay and quitting. I'm not doing anymore, I'm getting out of it. People are fed up with eBay. They're fed up with it, the way the policy changes, the way they go about handling things. You still hear complaints about eBay's always catering to the buyers. and they're not looking after, they're looking for the sell. This is what they're saying. This is what other people are saying. Okay, people say, well, I beg to differ. I've been hearing otherwise. I hear that eBay does work with the sellers, is concerned with the seller. This is what I'm saying. Other people are saying. Okay, I go either way with it. That eBay in the past, and I've done videos in the past, folks, and I have to say, I'm not sound like I contradict myself, but there were times that eBay, because I was right though, and this is why eBay stuck by me, because I was right, where eBay was at my side, okay, and it was usually with description issues. And the thing is, what was happening is the buyers were not reading the descriptions fully, and they would open up a case to want to return it. An item is not as described. And when it came back to me, because when you get too many returns, it puts a ding in your account, your seller account, right? As a top-rated seller, whatever. If you get too many of my thing, and I had called eBay up after I got that notification. This was a while back, and I said to them, listen, they're sending the item back. They're saying it's not as described, and they talked about what wasn't in the description, what they felt wasn't there, and it was there. And eBay said, oh no, they looked it over. They said, no, you're right. This time you're right. So if they want to leave, they can't leave any negative feedback. They do, we'll have it removed. Okay, I can't tell people how much to read in the description. When I listen to eBay radio, the talk host would say, you talk about contradictions. Sometimes you'd hear the talk host say, okay, you don't want to make it too wordy, and you don't want to make it put too much in the description, because people ain't going to read it. That's what you hear. People ain't going to read it. And then you hear people say, well, if you don't describe it right, you don't put enough in the description, then the item's going to come back. They're going to say, item is not as described. So it's damned if you do and damned if you don't. So my point is, me personally, I will put in there what that particular item is all about. If it's got scratches, dings, dents, whatever, working, non-working for parts and whatever, and so on and so forth, I'm going to put that information in there. Okay? To me, as far as I'm concerned, I think the more you do have in the description, enlightens the buyer, and gives them a heads up as to what they're getting. Suppose I don't put little things in there. Suppose I listen to these people and I say, well, I'm going to keep the description short and sweet. Okay, unless they say, okay, well, instead of writing there saying on the left side, bottom side, you got a scratch, you got a piece missing, this, that, and the other thing, just put it that the body, that the casing on it has damage on, light wear. Light wear what? Suppose they get it. They say, this ain't light wear. It's got a piece, chunk missing over here from the printer, or it's got scratches, things that. This is not in the description. So when I describe stuff, folks, I want to be descriptive. I want to tell you what is going on. I'm going to say, like with this printer here, the HP ones, the 7525, it does have little scratches on the side of it. And I'm going to put on there, on the lower casing, on the right side casing, the printer has scratches on it. Or it's missing a piece, or it needs ink cartridges. You gotta be upfront and honest with these people, and that's why I say I am an upfront and honest person. I'm going to tell it like it is. If you, on the other hand, as a potential buyer, don't want to read the whole description, that's totally up to you. There's only so much you can only keep an item cryptic so much. You can only, what I'm saying, you can't take. I don't know, 150, 200 words and condense it into 10 or 15, okay? That you can't make it cryptic when it comes to description, because people who come to your listing and they see that there, and you're not fully describing it, when they get in their end, they're going to probably return it, most likely, because they're going to say it's not as described. My personal take on it, folks, be upfront and honest. Put that in the description. And the other thing is, what's scary now is, like I said, all right, I'm going to use the existing listings I have. But the only thing that gets me concerned is when they said they're updating their categories. Okay, this is what gets me concerned. They're upgrading the catalogs and the catalogs, UPCs, and the SEO. All right, the stores is one thing. I'm not really concerned about the stores, but when they were talking about upgrading the catalogs and the description stuff like that, that's the stuff that gets me a little concerned. Because now I'm thinking to myself, okay, if they're doing upgrades like that, are people going to see this here? How long are we sitting on this stuff? And I'm just going to leave this in closing. Folks, I said this many times over, if you have more money going out than coming in, that is a problem. And that's why I always say, and it's not always say, but in some cases when I get on the topic about getting involved with eBay, don't quit your day job. I am not a quitter, but if this thing goes through with the taxes and it gets to become a nightmare, you may not be seeing me on this eBay. I'll be doing the eBay radio. Well, I'll be on the eBay radio. I'll be still doing my YouTube channel. But I don't know how much more longer I'm going to be able to stay into this game, if you get my drift. Okay? Because, like I said again, if I'm not making enough sales to keep me in the game, I can't do it. That's what I'm saying. That's when it's time to say, okay, you know, I held out, you know, to some point, and people may say, well, you know, you can't expect to go into a business within a year and a half, 2 years, become successful. No, I understand that. I know, but I also know too, there are more and more people jumping into this game. And like I said before, it's a big selling club, and there's no restrictions, and we're all invited. Okay? No pun intended. We're all invited. It's a big club out there, big selling club. Come one, come all, join. One person I was watching on the YouTube channel, a seller, I was listening to the person, and the person happened to be talking about the stuff they sell, and they're giving advice. Oh, I get my stuff over here, get over here, that. And one person writes, you know, because of you guys out there, you YouTube idiots, you're telling everybody where you get all your stuff from. And he goes, and that's why it's making it hard for people to sell. I understand what they're saying. I don't know, I'm directly involved in it. When I tell people the stuff I get, I don't disclose the items what I paid for. I'll tell you, I got it at thrift stores or whatever, I got it Goodwill, whatever. But that's as far as it goes. And if it's not me, it's going to be 50,000 other people or 50 other million people doing the same thing. They're going to tell you this because they want to, you know, I'm not looking in that respect, but I think when people tell you that stuff there, they are doing it genuinely to want to try to help other people out. But it seems to me, as time goes on, it gets more and more difficult to stay in the game. And I guess, and I think with eBay, with all their little, you know, alterations, you know, doing this, that, and everything else within their company confine, I think it's making it difficult. And somebody was saying, the guy did ask though, it's funny, he did ask, he goes, you're a power seller. I go, yeah, I don't know what that has to do. I think, and I thought I heard this from somebody else, read this somewhere, if you are a top-rated seller, they will move you up the tiers. Like, in other words, they'll put you up. Because I thought I heard something like that. Don't quote me on it, but I thought I heard somebody saying that there. That they, you know, if you're like a power seller, they will, you know, advance you up, whatever, more higher in the search or something along that line. Don't hold me to it. I thought I heard something like that. Okay, I can't be, you know, 100% sure, but that's what I thought I heard. Okay, I am not I'm top-rated seller, but I'm not up a tier. Okay, I'm not in tier 1, tier 2, whatever. I'm probably in the lower one, in the lower tier of the top-rated sellers, because I don't bring enough sales into eBay to make money. Bottom line, you know, you don't make a sale, they're not getting, eBay's not getting their insertion fee, their final value fee. So, you know, I'm probably on the low end, okay, as opposed to a company like E4 City. Have you ever heard of them? It's a big company. The last time, this is a while back, the last time I looked them up, they had like 40,000 or 50,000 listings, something along that line. Okay, but it's a big operation. Apparently, it's got to be, and they're probably bringing in millions of dollars. I think it's called E4 City, something like that. I think it's a tech company. And what I was told from one of the people on eBay, that they even have, they're so big, you know, within eBay, you know, there's big sellers. They have over, I don't know, I think it said over what? They say over 6 million feedbacks or something. It's in the millions. Their feedbacks in the millions, if I'm not mistaken. They got the shooting diamond star, whatever you call that thing. I mean, well, because they did over 1 million and plus in sale, you know, in the sales. But I heard from if I understood right, they got their eBay sets up a conference room for them, and within eBay now. Again, this is what the person said to me, you know, through email. Because I brought that out, you know, I said, oh, I don't know if they're familiar with this. Oh yeah, and the person, oh yeah, we know all about it. common sense will tell you, say, Rich, why you waste your time? But I don't know. I wanted to share it with the person, and I didn't know. Who knows, right? I don't know. And they messaged me back and said, oh yeah, we know all about them. Yeah, they have over so many millions of. They got thousands, 40. I think there was like 40-something thousand listings, and they have so many millions of feedbacks. Okay, and they got that platinum star. They probably, I think to get that there, you got to do 150,000 a month or something ridiculous like that. You can look it up. You can find out for yourself. I think it's called E4 City. And like I said again, they supposedly they said, oh yeah, they have a conference room or something set up for them. When they go, I guess when they go there to do talks, whatever, or seminars or whatever. I don't know, but that's what it's told. But anyway, that's here or there. I'm not concerned with them. Good luck to them. I wish you all the best. They'll have a field day too if that goes through. All right, they probably say, well, a big company like that, they'll be able to handle it. It's the little guys like us. I'm a solo top-rated seller. I work by myself. Yeah, I go have family to help. Yeah, if I need it. Yeah, but for right now, this is my gig. Okay, I'm doing this by myself, solely by myself. Okay, and the thing is, like I said, if you're probably wondering why I made this video, I know it sounds like I'm on a rant. Maybe I am ranting, but I just want to get the message out there, folks. If you're experiencing stuff like this here yourself, you want to drop a comment, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. Maybe you might just came across this channel, or maybe you're a new subscriber. You want to say, hey, let me subscribe to this guy for a while. I want to see what he's all about. And if he gets bored or bland, I'll just unsubscribe from him. That's totally up to you. I wish you would unsubscribe. I wish you would stay a subscriber. Because the more, like I said in my other videos, the more subscribers I get, the more content I can put out. And it's helpful content. It's not. If you come to my channel, it's not going to be a channel where you say, this guy's a waste of time. He talks a lot of hogwash. That's not what the purpose of this channel is. I'm not here to entertain people. I'm not going to come out and start, like I always say, put a top hat and a cane on and start singing and dancing for you. This channel is to, bring things into light. Okay, it's to share my ideas and my thoughts and what's going on within the e-commerce world. All right, and that's why, like I said, and for those who are serious, who want to get information like that or want to follow me up on it, that's fine. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to do the reseller news. I may, but I got to do research on those printers because I want to try to get them up on there on eBay. And I don't know if I do it today. I'll see what I could do. I have stuff that I do want to list, but again, I'm going to revise my old listings. I don't want to go unless I put these on a 10-day. If I put these on 10 days, just start hopefully moving fast. That's another idea I'm considering too. But I'm going to pay it if I do that there, where I do it. It's going to create quote unquote new listings. I have to pad that price in there as well. I'm going to add that extra nickel and dime, whatever it is, to make that. I have to offset that somehow. The only thing that kills it sometimes is the shipping, and these things do get heavy at times. Well, at least the big one I have a HP 7520 or 7525. It is a big printer. It's going to be heavy because the packaging material, the box is going to be oversized for it, of course. So that's where the shipping comes in. That's where the problem comes in. I will be putting those on with Best Store because I hope I can make a sale at least on those two, get them in and get them out as quick as possible. Okay, it's getting to a point, folks, where sales are so dead. If this was a retail outlet, I'd probably be out of business in 6 months. No, seriously, it's nothing to write home about, folks. And I'm not trying to be funny here again. And I know people might say, indirectly sounds like you're bashing eBay. No, I'm not bashing them. I'm just trying to express myself to you people out there who do follow me and who are eBay sellers. Be ahead, be aware of what's going on out there. Okay, we all want to look at life through rose-tinted glasses, and it's not like you think. And that's why when I hear people sit there saying on this segment for May 8th, I think it's towards the bottom, they were asking this person, do you do this full time? I forget what the person was selling. My mind's going to something else. I forgot. And the person, oh yeah, I do this full time. I'm making enough money right now. I think they said to help pay their college tuition down. The person, I think, is 32 years old. They said, and they do this full time. Now, here's the thing. The other thing I want to say, for people who say they're doing this full time, this is the thing I always like to hear. What I would like to know. Are you married? if you are, and you're a woman, and you're doing this full time, your husband have a good job, I'm sure, to maintain the mortgage, if you have car payments and all your debt and all your utilities. In other words, is there a main income coming in to sustain your lifestyle for you to actually do eBay full time? Because if it is, that's great. You don't have to worry. But if you're a person that's doing this solely as an income and you're not making that money, folks, you are going to be sweating every month. Believe me. And don't let all the hype tell you, you got list every day, list every day, list every day. I've seen on some of the things. Matter of fact, it was on Down Detector that they probably moved it down because they had to refresh the system. There was a person that said, I have 2,000 listings and I'm still getting 0 sales. 2,000. 0 sales. So that theory about listing every day and keep listing every day, yeah. The talk show host will tell you, well, you got to keep listening, you got to keep listening. Of course. 35 cents times whatever. You keep listening that leg. You keep listening. eBay's making their money. Okay? They're getting it. Listen, folks, they're getting their money every month, regardless. Whether you make a sale or not, they're getting their money. So think about that theory, that logic. Okay? Now, people may say, well, if you were to give advice, what advice you do? What would you give advice for somebody? My first advice would be, don't quit your day job. That's number one. Number two, start off with items around the house. If you're a person that's got electronics, radios, stereos, electronic games, PS2s, Xbox, whatever, and you don't no longer play with that stuff, use it, put that stuff up. Okay, it's not costing additional. You already paid for it. Somebody already bought it for you as a gift, or you bought it and saved up money, you bought it yourself. So it's already paid for it. It's not like you have to go out and repurchase it again, right? Put that stuff up. Do it as a hobby. Okay, do it as a hobby. If you do want to get into this here, you were thinking about long term, where you say, well, maybe I'd like to turn this hobby into full time. Some people do. There are success stories where people do get into a business like this. They start off as a hobby and they turn it into a full-time. I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, you say, well, you're doing full-time. Right now I am. It's all over a year and a half already, but I'm walking a fine line, folks. I'll be upfront and honest with you. I'm walking a fine line. And it does get scary at times. I haven't made any sales these couple of weeks. And if I did, it was one little sale. The one little sale, you couldn't even go to McDonald's and buy a meal with it. Okay, I'm being upfront and honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things, folks. And if people get turned off by me, and they don't like the way the content I put out, and they think, this guy's a naysayer. He talks a lot of stuff there. He makes you feel. No, I'm not. No, that's not the case. The reason why I tell you folks this stuff is because I don't want to see anybody get taken. Okay, I don't want. Because I think a lot of people have that mindset. They hear all these stories. Just like there's a person out there. I'm not going to mention the company's name, and I'm not here to barrage them or make any derogative statements. But I love it. I turn it off, but I get a kick out when I hear you can make $100,000 a month doing such a thing. Now, for people who do know YouTube and they hear the commercial, they say, "Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about." There's another person. I make $10,000, $30,000 a month with this particular item I sell. All these big numbers. And if you're a person that has that mindset where, wow, 100,000. I can make 100,000 a month? Oh my God, that's like hitting the lotto. Right. Yeah. And I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. All right, come on, please. I'm not sitting here knocking these companies. That's why I'm not knocking them, because I'm not mentioning who they are. Okay, I'm not throwing names out there, companies. I'm just telling you what I hear. My father, God rest his soul, he was saying, what's that saying in it? Believe believe what you see and only half of what you hear. That's what he used to say. And it's true. You can't look at these things when people throw big numbers out there. You could do this, you could do that, you could do that. And first off, the people that do become successful, that are writing these books, these guides, the how-to guides, or how to make money on eBay, how to make money on Amazon, how to do this, they're successful because we're getting into these, we're buying into their programs. You ever read the programs of these things, what to buy these things? Not cheap. It's not cheap, folks. But anyway, I'm not going to keep going on. Keep your heads up. Be aware what's going on. If you're a top-rated seller or non-top-rated seller, you know, think about what you're doing. Let's keep our fingers crossed that that thing from Congress doesn't get passed, because if it does, you heard the talk show host right here, and that person works for eBay. It's very devastating for sellers. Listen to the words, devastating. Not, it'll be a little problem. Devastating. That's coming out of the words of that person's mouth when they work for eBay. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you and I don't know about. But all I'm saying is, be aware. I'm not trying to lure people off of eBay. I'm just telling you what I read and what I hear. And believe me, folks, it's a nightmare when you're not making sales. It really is. It's a nightmare. And I'm trying to do what I can. And like I said, I'm going to hang in there as long as I can. I'm going to hang in there. But if it gets to that point, you know, I'll keep you guys apprised what's going on with me. If I'm going to, you know, be in this game long, or if it's going to be, you know, ending shortly. I don't know, but I'll hang in there. But I will, for those who do follow me, I will make you aware what's going on as to why I made the decision I did. All right. But anyway, have a great day. Today is May 10th, 2018. My name is Rjpasini. I go by on eBay, shop Rjpasini for great deals. And this is not a reseller news. This is just a little information I picked up from last night and today, and I just want to share with you guys up there. I hope you, whatever information you get from me, I hope you like the content I put out, and I like your support for that. And I also want to say thank you to the new subscribers who are subscribed to my channel recently. Thank you, it's greatly appreciated. Thank you for your support on this YouTube channel. By you subscribing, it gives me more of incentive to keep putting out content. And by your subscribing, it shows me that you like the content or you're interested in the things I have to say. And that's your support. It's not monetarily. I'm not getting, you know, it's not monetary support, but your support just by subscribing helps me keep going and making these YouTube videos. Okay, and they're not to entertain. I know I go into entertainment there as far as categories, but it's to get the word out there. And not only do I do the reseller news, sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos, I also do some do-it-yourself how-to videos. I got quite a bit of videos out there, considering I never thought it would hit this. I think it's up to 530 or something like that. I never thought it would get that many, to be honest with you. And I'm not trying to build up my video catalog there, but I do like to share stuff. And if I can share stuff to help you save money, like if I come across any money saving tips, I will share it with you guys. That's the purpose of this channel, is to help. Okay, I'm not making any money off of YouTube, so if anyone thinks I'm making any money, if you know, the people on YouTube know, if you follow or you are a YouTube, you have your own YouTube channel, and I'll prove it to you right now. In order to make any monetization, get monetization on YouTube, you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers. So you know I'm not lying to you. You look at my subscribers. I think it recently went up to 223 or something along that line. So you know I'm not lying to you. If I said, oh well, the guy's got 10,000 or 40,000, he's got to be making something more. No, I don't. And I don't have. I have other channels, but they're dormant. They don't do anything. It's like I did it. I started those channels, but I never did anything. They got 0 videos on them. Some I think have a couple do have videos, and the new one I just started, registered, has 0 videos on it. So I'm not making any money for them as well. Okay, I mean let's be honest and real. I'm not making no money with this channel. The reason why like I said again, the reason why I'm making these videos is to help inspire and get the word out there. Okay, that's what I'm all about. I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat anything. Okay, I'm not gonna sell you a dream. You know, when I tell you things, I'm basing on my own experiences. And when I do the reseller news, folks, for those who are sellers, e-commerce sellers, whether you sell on Etsy, Amazon, or eBay, That pertains to everybody in certain cases. I mean, well, sometimes the subjects are going to always point on that particular company. So if I'm doing resale news and it happens to be, oh, eBay's doing this or eBay's doing that, Amazon's doing this. Basically, I cover, when I do the resale news, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, if there's news that comes up with them, and sometimes PayPal. That's another thing too. Now, what's going to happen in closing? What's going to happen when PayPal gets out of the picture? They're graphed out of it. They say, now some people say, oh, they'll still be there to a certain time. But what happens if they're out altogether? I don't know who this new company is going to be. And from what I understand, if it's in the confines of it's all incorporated in eBay, the way I understand it, they will be dispersing the money to you, eBay. They're going to be like, Big Brother's going to be there. They're the ones that's going to release your money to you. I like PayPal because when I do get sales, I go into PayPal and I transfer right over to my business banking account. That's what I love about PayPal. I hate their fees, but I love PayPal for that respect. And I think, to be honest with you, that's a big mistake. Of all the mistakes eBay made is by, morphing out PayPal. I think they should have left it there. But again, that's my opinion. People may say, this guy here, he's a bozo. I'm looking for change. I want to see another company come in. Maybe we'll have offer better fees, whatever, lower fees, and final value fees, whatever. But the thing is, you might get that service, but it might not be a stellar service like PayPal. PayPal's noted all over the world, as far as I'm concerned. I'm talking the e-commerce world. You know what I'm saying? They're noted for that. They're a big I think they're a multi-billion-dollar business company. So they're noted for that there. PayPal and eBay, they're like a sister company. They go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? And, by them taking them out of the picture eventually, or at least that's what I believe, it's just eventually fade out, and you're going to have this new company coming in. I don't know what they're all about. I think it's a foreign company. Okay? I don't know what they're all about. How's it going to work? People say, don't worry about that. You worry too much. I do worry. I'm concerned. Okay? You're going to hold my funds. And, I heard like different stories about it. If eBay can hold, they'll release the money when they want. Now, suppose you make a sale with a buyer, and is eBay going to hold that money in their account until the buyer gives you a satisfactory, until they satisfy? I want that money right away. I'll worry about refunding them. I don't want. That's if I understood the story right, because I heard stories where, they may, if it's in eBay, they're all incorporated. eBay will be the one releasing the money or something along that line. Again, this is what I heard. How true it is, don't hold me to it. But if that's the case, I'm not going to like that. I don't like the idea of someone holding my money for my merchandise I just sold a buyer, if that is the case, if that is true. I want it, once I get the money, the person makes the purchase, I want to get that money, transfer it over to my account, send it off to the buyer. If the buyer's not happy with it, they got buyer protection, they'll get their refund back. And it doesn't matter, again, because buyers don't have to go through eBay, open up a case. I already had that happen. Okay? The buyers now, they overstep eBay and they go right to PayPal, because PayPal has buyer protection. And how I noticed? It happened to me. I was looking in my emails one day and I came across this thing that says that you have an open case on your PayPal. I said, what? Open case? And I didn't see anything. They didn't even put on eBay. Usually you get the thing from eBay. You have an open item case, whatever. You get a notification from eBay. This buyer bypassed eBay, and they could do that from what I understand. Went right to PayPal. And PayPal refunded their money, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I think they refunded the buyer the money. I had no clue on it. I'm looking at my banking account one day and seeing like withdrawals. Like, withdrawal? What's going on here? Then I seen it. PayPal sent me an email saying that somebody opened an unpaid whatever case, return case or something along that line. I was like, holy smokes! I was like, wow, they went right through. I didn't even know. I wasn't aware of it. And then they said, well, you haven't responded. Oh, who's going to respond if you don't? I'm thinking, you bought the item on eBay. You're going to open up a case on eBay, right? That's what you would think. I don't get a chance. I get hundreds of emails within a couple. I got different websites. Different email accounts. I get hundreds of them from different places, different sources. Who's going to sit there, going to that particular one, checking it out? I didn't know. I thought when you open the case up on eBay, when you get an item, you purchased it, they'd open a case saying, I want to return whatever. Then I get a message from PayPal saying, oh, you got an open case against you. And you haven't responded within 5 or 10 days. Well, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? I don't check that particular email account all the time. So this is what happens. And like I said again, it's getting crazy as time goes on, you know. But just be aware, you know. Check out the sites. If you see my eBay, my YouTube channel with the recent ones about the sales and stuff like that going down and stuff and all that, check them out. Just check out the websites, okay? When I come across information, I will share with you guys. Again, depending on how much stuff I can get done today, if I have any, well, I'm most likely I get news alerts all the time about what's going on in eBay and all that stuff from different sources. I will maybe do the reseller news. A possibility. I will do that. But right now, like I said, I want to try to get those printers up. I could do research on them, and I'm going to use the existing listings I got. I'm going to take off the other ones and just revise them and put them on, because they all have good scan. Unless I want to do a short sale, which would be, I think in my other videos I said 5, 7, or 10 days. You could do it. You could do it fixed with best offer. I might even go that route just to see if I can move it. Because the good to cancel, like I said again, you can see that one thing I showed was there for a whole year. And May 12th, it'll be a whole year they've been sitting on there. Okay? Anytime you want to see it, just click on that thing. You'll see how long the seller kept that item on there. It's pathetic. It's sad. Now, I don't know if you get to see that, but I know when I click it on, I see it up there. How long that item's been up there. I had items that were up there for 16 months. 16 months. I think I had either 3 or 4 of them. I revised them, but eBay still left them on there because they tell you to make a revision, whatever. I don't know if they took them off or not, but I think I did revise them. And that's what's going on, folks. That's what's going on. So just, you know, be aware of what I'm talking about. Check out the radio station there, the eBay thing, and tell me what you think. You know, if you get anything out of this video, folks, drop a comment. I really appreciate it. Let me just put my glass on here because I got all these different I got this keyboard, internet keyboard, all these buttons on here, so I want to make sure I'm hitting the right key here. Yeah, if you get anything out of it, please subscribe to my channel. If you do, like it. Just give it a thumbs up. And in closing, this is a clean content channel, folks. Just to let you know, I do not discuss religion, politics, and there's no profanity on this channel. I just want to throw that little verb out there because I don't want people to think if you listen to me or if you subscribe to me, I'm one of these type of guys going to sit there dropping the F-bomb and stuff like that. This is a clean content channel, and as long as I'm doing these YouTube videos and I'm the one behind the show, it's always going to be like that, folks. So just to throw that out there. So I want you to know that there. I don't want you to think I'm one of these type of guys that come out there and I start going. If I do go off on a rant, you're not going to see me sitting there cursing up a storm or anything. This is not what it's all about. Anyway, I just wanted to share that quick information with you. Have a great day. For all the eBay sellers out there, I wish you good luck. I hope you get sales today going forward, and we'll see how it goes. Have a great day. Rjpasini signing off. Bye-bye now.